One thing's for sure and two things is for certain. Following God is not easy. And I don't know who told us that this journey of following God was going to be easy, but let me tell you right now, it's far from easy. But let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Evie Faith. I am a full-time Christian content creator, and I'm really just here to encourage you on your walk with God as I grow in my journey with Christ as well. So if you are looking for a new sis in Christ who is on this journey of just growing closer to God each and every day and walking in what God has called us to do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I am right there with you, girl. But let's get into today's quick little car chat. Welcome back to my little chats. Today, I just wanted to talk about something that I feel like can be so misconstrued when it comes to Christianity and when it comes to just walking and following God. Major misconception, especially for people looking on the outside, is they feel like as you start your walk with Christ, or as you start to truly follow God and listen to God and listen to what he is telling you to do, that the journey should be easy, right? That you should be breezing by life. You should be on the up and up. You should be all of the things because you have decided to follow Christ. You have decided to walk in what he has told you to do, right? And they look at it from such a outside, like, worldly view of, shouldn't you be further along if you're on this walk with Christ? If you're following God, shouldn't you be in a better position? And I just wanted to really talk about this today because that's really not the case. Just because you decide to walk with God fully, to truly trust and follow God, does not mean that the journey is going to be easy. What it does mean is that it'll be worth it. But will it be easy? Not all the time. Walking in faith requires trust, not comfort. So feeling like because you now decided to walk with Christ and follow God and what he's calling you to do, feeling like now the journey is going to be easy and comfortable, girl, you are in for a rude awakening, okay? Because that is just not the case. Faith requires trust, not comfort. Imagine if everybody who decided to follow Christ just got everything handed to them after you make that decision. Like, I'm going to follow Christ now everything is handed to me. Imagine how after everything is handed to you, how you would now handle things, right? Would you have that faith? Would you have that trust? Would you have that real relationship with God? Or would you not need it because everything was just given to you? I always like to think of it as like a child, like me as a mother. If my daughter is asking for something that I know is not good for her, imagine if I give her every single thing that she asked me for at any point of the day, and then expect her to know how to take care of herself, how to handle things as she grows up. Like, there's no room for growth. There's no room for pruning. There's no room for understanding the process and understanding the journey and trusting the process, right? There would be no need for my daughter to trust in me as her mother to take care of her. If I've given her everything from the jump, she's a kid, I say, here's $1 million, go do what you want to do, have fun. How would that be helping her at this point in time? How would that help her if I have just handed everything to her? She has not had to work for anything. She has not had to learn any lessons. She has not had to understand the journey and the process of growing up. It would be more detrimental to do that than for her to learn and grow up and have boundaries and to trust the process and have to understand how to grow and steps to take. And like, it would be detrimental to us if us deciding to follow Christ and to follow God and what he has told us to do now means that we get everything we want straight off the bat. It would be so detrimental to us because God sees the bigger picture, right? And he knows what we can and can't handle. So if we're not properly prepared for what God has in store for us, and he were to just give it to us off jump, he knows that there's a potential we might mishandle this. He knows that we might not be ready for what he has for us because he sees the bigger picture. We only see the now. We only see what's right in front of us. So if people looking from the outside see that, hey, you've proclaimed that you are now following God, and it doesn't seem like anything's going good in your life, or whatever the case may be, it's because they're seeing it from an outside worldly perspective. They're not seeing the inside growth. They're not seeing the journey. They're not seeing how God is pruning you and preparing you for what he has to come. So I want to encourage you in this season, if you feel like you are in a season of pruning, of in the wilderness, of a tough journey, and you are trying to stay consistent and stay in obedience and continue following and walking with God, to trust this process, because he knows what he is doing. He knows what you're ready for. He's putting some pieces together, and you're being pruned in the season to be prepared for what's to come. Trust that him as a father, he knows what's best for you. Trust that he sees you in this journey, and he's not trying to just let you fail. Part of the process. This is all part of the journey. And though outside perspectives may not see that, or may not understand that, may not understand what truly walking in obedience and trusting in God means, you know what it means. And that's what you are doing, and that's your journey. I know for me, sometimes I've been like, why does it seem like the person that is, just doing their own thing, not having to trust in God daily, not having to put their faith in God, just seems to have it all. And I'm just in this constant pruning season where things just seem so much tougher than I would have expected them to be. But that's when I come back to faith requires trust, not comfort. And also understanding that in this obedience season, in this pruning season, spiritual warfare is a thing. And Satan will try to attack as you continue to grow and continue to build this relationship with God. So we just have to understand that these attacks, this spiritual warfare, this journey, this battle, like all of this is part of the process. All of this is part of the pruning season. All of this is preparing us for what God truly has in store for us. And we have to stay obedient in this season. We have to continue to trust and lean on God in this season, because he will pull you through it. But it's also a test of your faith. It's a test of your obedience. And you have to know that inside, regardless of outside perspective, regardless of how people may be viewing you, or whatever the case may be. You know the journey you're on with God. You know that there is better days coming. You know that this pruning season, this struggle, whatever the case may be, know that it's temporary. And keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on God. And watch what he does in your life. In due time, right? In due season, when he knows you are ready to handle what he has for you, it will come. So trust the process, trust the journey, despite outside perspective. Trust that you know this journey that you're on, and God knows this journey that you're on. And that's all that matters. Outside perspective does not matter. Outside noise does not matter. You know the journey you're on. So stay consistent. Continue to walk and trust in him in this time, because good things are coming. This is temporary. And remember that pretty much every great person in the Bible faced struggles, faced obstacles, big obstacles, right? And trusted and relied on God to pull them through. The Bible literally tells us that we will face trials of many kinds in this world. And we have to understand that and know that it's not punishment. And just trust the process, trust the journey, take it for what it is, and continue to walk in faith, continue to lean on God, continue to grow in your faith, and watch what he does for you. This season that you're in is temporary. These struggles that you may be facing is temporary. And we have to remember that. I have to remember that too. Like this season that I'm in, though it may not be where I expected myself to be, or I felt like I would be at this point in my journey, I am fully trusting and believing that I am exactly where I need to be in this moment, and that God is preparing the way for what is to come, and that God is pruning me and preparing me for what's to come. And I will continue to trust in that, despite what anyone else thinks, right? Despite how anyone else feels, how anyone else views me, this is my journey with God, and I am choosing to fully trust in him in this process and this pruning and what he is doing and what he's preparing for me in the future. And I just pray that you do the same. Trust in him. He has got you, girl. That's my quick little encouraging message today. I truly hope it helps someone. Like I said, I pretty much come on here and things that he is feeding me or I'm feeling or just having revelations about, I like to just come on here and share with y'all, because I know if it's something that I'm going through, there is somebody else in this community that is going through it too and can use this encouraging message just like I have. So I pray this blesses you. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you, or if you have any questions or anything like that. I would love to chat with you, pray for you, all of the things. So thank you so much if you watch this entire video. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and would love to connect with you. So let me know below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who could use it today. So thank you again, and until the next video, bye.